Now, wearing bras has been linked to breast cancer by a team of senior cancer experts at the University of Nairobi, Aga Khan University and Kenyatta National Hospital. The team claims that women who wear a bra all the time are at higher risk of developing breast cancer compared to those who don't. The team studied 684 women for their study published last Thursday in the African Journal of Cancer. It showed around 10% of the patients with cancer wore bras all the time, even while in bed. Now, he said the team is planning a biological investigation to collect more data on the link between the bra and breast cancer. Some oncologists say there is no scientific evidence to back those claims. All right, so let's get an expert's opinion on that story. We joined live here in our Nairobi studios by Professor Nicholas Othieno-Abinya. He's a senior cancer expert here in Kenya who led the team's research. Professor, thanks very much for joining us. So first off, let's talk about the critics that say creating a link or purporting to have a link between wearing bras all the time and breast cancer is just a myth. How do you respond to those critics?
Well, research is research, and unless you, of course, you have data that counters that particular aspect of research, it becomes very difficult to criticize fully and be sure that you are right, because the study that we carried out, as indicated there, is a multidisciplinary, multi-center study. And I would like to mention here that with me in the studio, though not here, is Dr. Peter Wanzala from Kenya Medical Research Institute, because I see Kemre's name has not been included there. And he was the epidemiologist who actually did the design and the sample sizing for this particular study. And the statistician also, Raymond Omolo, again from Kenya Medical Research Institute, also did statistical work on this. And we did a study. We have not necessarily said that braziers cause breast cancer, but we have said that we need to look for causes, other causes, because the causes that are known are not accounting for the majority of cases. And cases are rising, and we cannot just sit back and wait. So we did a study from the leads that we suspected were related. And we did get this statistically significant kind of data. Now, one can dismiss it, but we don't want to dismiss it.
Right.
We are not saying that braziers we have confirmed are causing breast cancer, but we really are saying that we cannot ignore the data we have either, and that we need to go ahead and do further studies that may confirm or disprove the theory.
Tell us about this research that you conducted. How did you go about it?
Yes, we, of course, did the usual thing. We sat together. And this took a long time, actually, because initially I had conceptualized the idea in 2009 when I was still working at the Aga Khan University. We wrote the proposal at that time. But there were logistical issues that made us not start the work at that time. Then I approached a team of friends who are working in the University of Chicago, a medical oncologist colleague and an epidemiologist. And we were going to do this work, and it was going to be not just a Kenyan study, but study done in the US and other parts of the world. But again, with the logistical difficulties, this did not take off. And they were quiet after some time, and I felt I should now move on and do the study. So then we designed the study. I left Aga Khan and went back to the University of Nairobi, and then decided that the work had to continue. We had to look at it. And then I put this team together, and then we went on. We designed the study. We got a research assistant. We collected data and analyzed it. In 2013, I presented this data at the Africa Organization for Research and Training in Cancer Aortic meeting in Durban, in South Africa. And then I went on and prepared it for publication. Right. And it was published.
We put it out on our Facebook page, and we got lots of responses. And what people wanted to know were mainly two things. Right. One is how often should one wear a bra? And two, what other options are out there?
Good question, but we have no answer to that. Because for the time being, we are just saying that there appears to be a link. And we are going on to conduct further studies. to confirm that. So as to how often you should wear brayer, for the time being, we have not even told anybody not to wear brayer. That's not what we are saying. So people should not get us wrong here. But on the other hand, people also should trust that we are going to pursue these links. We are not going to just let it rest like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But from your research, do you think ill-fitting breasts could also be a possible cause?
It's a possibility, though we did not look at the various types of brassiers and how they are worn. All we looked at is those who don't wear at all, or those who only put it on when they must go out or do something, and then when they come back, they put it off. And those who wear it all the time, even when they're in bed, they are wearing it. We saw that there was clearly a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Professor. Thanks very much for those insights. We've got to leave it there for now.
Okay.
We had here in studio a very interesting conversation with Professor Nicholas Othieno-Abinya. He is a senior cancer expert here in Kenya.